Hey YouTube world, thanks again for joining me for part 2 of the American Idol season finale, the farewell season, the series finale, and the winner is Trent Harmon. Woo! So I'll discuss that more at the end of the recap. Maybe not the winner that I totally wanted, but I'm not mad at it. So what I want to discuss, and I had to devote an entire video for this because this is a lot of stuff. I really wanted to discuss my favorite parts of the finale. I actually really love the finale, like, as, you know, a diehard Idol fanatic. And I think it's really the diehard Idol fanatics that really loved the finale because, you know, with the exception of J-Lo, there really wasn't any other like superstars that weren't idols that performed on the stage. I mean, you could argue Harry Connick Jr., but I don't really know if he's like a superstar, just to say that. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved like seeing all of the different idols and be like, oh, I remember that person. Oh, that person changed a lot. Oh, that person looks so nice. Like, you know, it was really good. It was like, you know, reminiscing, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the series finale of Idol, you know, for now, as Ryan Seacrest says. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start with the good. And I'm going to get into my favorite parts of the finale. So my absolute favorite part of the finale, and it was literally like all of 30 seconds, maybe it was 45 seconds, I don't know, and I don't care, but Joshua flippin' Ledet slayed my entire life. It's been a couple of days since the finale, and still when I see clips of it on Instagram or when I've watched it on YouTube, I still get that same feeling. Him dropping to his knees on the floor. Well, even before he did that, he started off the song, he was taking off his jacket like this, and he was like, it got all like sexified and stuff. Like, I don't recall Joshua being like sexy in his season, but he tore Man's World up, and Man's World was my favorite performance that he did his season. That was my favorite performance of that season, and quite frankly, is probably my favorite performance that I've ever seen on American Idol, like seriously. And then for him to perform that on the finale was just icing on the cake. And him dropping to his knees and be like, you know how he does it. I can't do that growl mess that he does. I mean, just slay my life. I just wanted to throw every single shoe that I own, that I have owned. I wanted to go to a shoe store and throw all the shoes at him because he just tore it up. I'm gonna need to see him in concert one day. Yo, Joshua, you got like one song on iTunes. Like, I need more music. And the ironic thing is that the entire season 11, none of their songs are available on iTunes or Apple Music anymore, and I don't really understand that. But you have season 10, you have season 12, you have season 13, you have season 14, so I don't know what happened with season 11, especially being that was my absolute favorite season of American Idol, period. Speaking of season 11, can we say Jessica Sanchez? Hello, looking absolutely gorgeous and singing so beautifully, so effortlessly. I mean, I just absolutely loved it. Like, the prayer was literally like, it was a lot of performances that I liked of Jessica's that season, but the prayer was definitely up there. Like, I don't think I liked it as much as And I Am Telling You, but it was probably second. Like, I really enjoyed that performance that she did on the show then, and I enjoyed it when she did it on the Idol series finale night. It was like, in that big glory note that she held, and we are, like, she held it even longer, and her vibrato was on fleek, honey. Like, just slayed my life. Again, another slayage, but a slayage in a different way than Joshua. So I absolutely love it. You know, season 11 reigns supreme. Will always love season 11. That season is very special and dear to my heart because that's the season that got me like back on the American Idol like fanatic train, period. Like, that will always be a special season to me. So next, and I do want to point out the Jessica Sanchez solo that was within the acoustic medley, which was my favorite medley of the night. Including Clay Aiken, who also vibrato on fleek and sounded amazing. Ruben Studdard, Amber Holcomb, loved that pairing, and Amber looked absolutely gorgeous, and she's had a baby, and she looked amazing. So I was definitely really, really feeling that medley. I really, really enjoyed it, and I believe it was Catherine McPhee in that medley, and Casey James, I think he was also in that medley. And I know you're like, you're forgetting somebody, but the person that I'm forgetting is somebody that I'm going to mention more thoroughly in just a moment. So, but next of one of my favorites, Pia Toscano, killing it in the pop medley with All By Myself. Like, they're doing all of that stuff with the real pop thing and the choreography, and they're dancing around and they're moving and grooving, and all of a sudden she's like, hold up, wait, stop. All by myself. Didn't miss a beat, didn't miss a note, didn't miss a hand gesture. She's like, anymore. I was like, get it, Pia. I was like, damn, girl, you better hit them notes. She didn't miss a note. And it was a lot of people, like, for the most part, the singing was amazing on the finale, but some people wasn't all quite hitting their notes. I know I'm a singer, so I'm critical at any point in time when I'm watching any type of show where there's music involved. But Pia she just shut it down. Like, that was the best part of that particular segment. Like, gorgeous, hitting notes all the way up there. Like, some people, their adrenaline would be going and they're doing all this stuff and they might not be able to hit those notes with the conviction that she did, and she did it so amazingly. So bravo to Pia. And next person I wanted to talk about was Carly Smithson, who was also in the acoustic medley group. And this was a big surprise for me because season 7 was not a season that I really thoroughly watched. She's not somebody that I was really familiar with. Like, the only reason that I know of her is because I watch Michael Slezak and Melinda Doolittle Reality Check, and she's referenced on that show from time to time. But seeing her perform, she performed Here You Come Again. And I thought that she sounded so beautiful and so gorgeous, and she looked beautiful, and I loved her singing with the harp. Like, everything about that moment was perfect. I loved her dress. It was like blue, like sequins, like sparkly. It was everything, and she sounded so beautiful. And I know she was like kind of like the rocker her season, but that genre, like that vibe that she was giving off, was a really, really great look for her. And as a bonus, she was totally, completely giving me Scarlett O'Hara vibes from Gone with the Wind. I love Gone with the Wind. It's like one of my favorite movies ever. And she totally looked like Scarlett O'Hara. Like, the dark hair with the ice blue eyes, that milky skin. She even, like, her eyes were like popping like this. It was just really, everything was working with her. So go ahead, Carly. The three divas, Jennifer Hudson, Fantasia, and LaToya London, all from season 3, killed it on Bridge Over Troubled Water. It didn't last long enough. Harmony's absolutely sublime. Like, I just love it when there's 3 people, or just a group of people, period, where everybody can sing. Like, I was like, what could have been if they were a group? Like, I know that they have really good solo careers, Fantasia and J-Hud. Not so sure about what LaToya London is doing, but damn, if that could have been a group, that would have been an amazing group. And then J-Hud slayed my life singing Remember the Music from Empire with her purple lipstick and her white dress flowing and hitting every note, and it was absolutely gorgeous and absolutely perfect. So go ahead, y'all. My next favorite was Allison Irahita, and after the entire season, this season and back in season 13 of singing backup for the American Idol contestants, she's finally back in the forefront, and she didn't miss a note, a beat, a rap, a rhythm. She was in the pocket. She was like, no. And now I really like that Meghan Trainor song. It's so, like, early 2000s to me. It gives me like a Britney Spears vibe or whatever, but she was getting it with that pink hair. And I was like, yo, I don't know what type of music she does, but she could do this. Like she could kind of do it all. So loved Allison Arahita. And my next favorite part was Kelly Clarkson. I have to put Kelly Clarkson in there, as she did pre-tape her performance, as did Jennifer Hudson too, because she was on Broadway. But Kelly, obviously, she's about to pop. She's pregnant. So she had to pre-tape it, and she did a medley of her hits. And, you know, I didn't realize like how many hits she had until I'm looking at that medley. I was like, wow, yo, girl's been doing it since she won back in 2002, 14 years ago. So it was amazing. And I loved the acapella ending of A Moment Like This. I was like, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. It kind of brought everything for full circle, and that was a really, really great moment. It was like a moment like this, so I really enjoyed that part. Next was Carrie Underwood. I was really feeling Carrie Underwood on both of her performances. I liked her doing the duet with Keith. Even though she outsang Keith, I liked that whole vibe and feel. And I appreciated that Keith was the only judge who got up there and sang with an actual Idol alum. So thank you, Keith, for not being selfish and sharing the stage with somebody who became a massive star off of the show that we're celebrating. So thank you so much, Keith, for doing that. But first of all, Carrie looked amazing. She's also had a baby. Like her legs were like super toned and muscular. Like she was looking amazing. She was sounding amazing. When she did her solo Something in the Water, she was so energetic and she was feeling it and so in the moment. Like there were some notes that weren't quite there, but damn, that song is hard to sing. And she was going for it. And I really appreciate the commitment from her and her just being so like full of joy. And she just seemed really happy to be there and to be performing. And I love that. Next, I really loved Fantasia singing Ugly. That's like her version of like a country song. But whenever a soul singer sings country, it always kind of goes gospel. And that's kind of what she did. And I really enjoyed the performance and I enjoyed that song. Didn't like her outfit as much, but it's okay. It's okay. It's Tasia. We good. We good with that. Next, Candace Glover. So we have, you know, Kelly, Carrie, Fantasia, Candace, 4 amazing female winners. See how amazing female winners have been, Idol? Okay, Candace Glover, she didn't get enough time to shine, but she was singing her tail off on Joy to the World. And although I was a little bit thrown that they put like a Christmas song in there, I was like, but then I was like, forget it. They were like, joy to the world. Joy. I was like, take me to church now. I was getting it. And I saw, you know, the current top 10, they was behind, they was doing dances. They had the tambourine. It was like this. I was like, get it. I was like, I want to do that. So I loved it. And I loved even more that she was singing with Melinda Doolittle, who is Michael Slezak's co-host on Reality Check on TVLine.com. And also check out the YouTube channel, TV Line, have all the Reality Check and Idology episodes and everything like that. But I loved it. I just wish they would have turned Melinda's mic up some because I couldn't hardly hear her. And I just wanted to hear her slay my life as I was hearing Candace slay my life. So, you know, but all in all, I love that. I also loved Tamira Gray from season 1. I think that she looked great, minus the red hair. I didn't like the red hair. She like hasn't gained a pound in 14 seasons. It's like 15 seasons rather, 14 years. It's been ridiculous. And I loved her singing Girl Crush. I actually really like that song. And the harmonies with everybody coming in, Jordan Sparks, Justin Guarini, Allison Arahita, Kimberly Locke, and I'm not sure if Pia was in there yet, but I know Pia was in the pop medley, so I was loving that. And I loved the rock medley, actually, which consisted of Caleb Johnson, James Durbin, Chris Daughtry, Bo Bice, and Constantine Maroulis. I thought that Caleb kind of stole the show because his voice is just so massive and powerful. And they just looked like they were having a ball. Like they were so happy to be up there. And that's what I appreciate. And I love that. And they were just they were just killing it. So I loved that. I even liked the country medley. After I watched it for a second time, I didn't actually like it as much, but I loved seeing Cree Harrison again. I loved Cree on season 12. I saw Skylar Lane, who she put on a bit of weight there, but it's all right. It's all good. Get somebody up in there. And it was interesting to see because I don't recall Ace Young and Diana DeGarmo being country singers in their seasons, who they're actually married now, but they were in the country group, so whatever. Love Lauren Elena, like her voice, like she's improved so much, like her voice is crazy good. And I actually really liked Kelly Pickler as well. So I think that medley got better towards the end. And I really enjoyed the Barack Obama intro because I thought that was cool. I wasn't expecting that. It was basically a PSA, for voting and everything like that. So that was cool. In past seasons, per Melinda Doolittle from Reality Check, because I haven't seen every season finale, there have been messages from the president before, and apparently that hasn't happened in a while. So I'm happy that Barack got to be the president to do that. And I also really enjoyed the opening number, the One Voice, everybody coming out in white, LaPortia starting the song and everything like that. And just loved seeing all of the idols. And some of the idols that came out, they didn't actually have any like solo parts during the performances, but they were there. And, I appreciate that they were there and everything like that. I picked out a couple of parts from the Soul Medley, but I love the Soul Medley in its entirety. So I just wanted to put that out there. So I did want to discuss some of my least favorite parts from the finale. I wanted to start off good, and now I'm going to start off, then I'm going to talk about what I didn't care for. So J-Lo. And I will say this because as people who are casual viewers or people who, are not Idol fanatics, they probably loved the J-Lo performance and they probably appreciated it because they're like, oh, somebody that I know. Because casual viewers maybe only know Jennifer Hudson, Fantasia, Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, and stuff like that. And maybe some of the contestants from earlier seasons, or Jordan Sparks, people of that nature. But everybody knows J-Lo. So, she's up there, she's shaking her ass and she's killing it. She's getting it. Like, I love J-Lo as an entertainer. Like, I think that she kills it when she's on the stage. But personally, I feel like she could have saved that for her Vegas show. Like, I think that there were a lot of performances that were cut short to allow J-Lo to have that 10-minute set. And also, since the current top 10 of season 15 didn't get a chance to sing at all, except for like in unison during the opening number. Like, I really think that, they should have been able to sing and J-Lo's performance either been cut in half or not done at all. I know a lot of people who are casual viewers, again, probably don't agree with me, but as an Idol fan, come on, I want to see the idols perform. Or she could have at least had idols, dance with her or be up on stage with her. For goodness sakes, Pia Toscano is one of her background singers. Like, at least have Pia sing with you. Like, I'm a little bit annoyed about that. It was very selfish to me. And I'm like, you have this Vegas show making millions. You make millions off of judging American Idol. You have the show Shades of Blue, which I heard is getting picked up for season 2. You have all of your entrepreneurial endeavors. Like, it's not like you need this to promote yourself. We know that you are amazing, J-Lo. We know this. Everybody, if anybody doesn't know, then they need to ask somebody. But you shouldn't have been taking up time from the American Idols. And that's what I don't like about it. Her performance wasn't bad. The fact that her performance took up so much time is what I hated about it. Also, the joke contestant part, like, I know it's like a novelty and it was like fun to reminisce about William Hung. She bangs. And the other dude about something about, yeah, your pants on the ground, something like that. I was like, this is so random. But why didn't they have the Like a Virgin dude? Remember, Like a Virgin? Remember him? Why didn't they have him? Then I would have been okay with it. I'm playing. And then, as I mentioned already, the season 15 top 10 didn't get to perform. They were props. They were dancers in the background. They had to push out that big old American Idol sign as a present for Ryan Seacrest and everything like that. And, I was just like, I was annoyed. I wanted to hear like Avalon sing again. Like I wanted to hear Sonica. Like I wanted to hear like some of my favorites actually, Olivia Rocks. I wanted to hear hers. I wanted to hear these people sing. And, I'm a little disappointed in that. And also Cara Diaguardi singing or trying to sing was, that was kind of a hot mess. And she should just stick to writing songs. And I'm like, why? What was the point? And that wasn't even her song. Apparently that was a song she wrote for Pink. So why does she feel the need to come out there and sing? Like a couple people were like, she should have just did a video message like some of the other previous judges like Ellen DeGeneres and Nicki Minaj did and Steven Tyler did instead of trying to perform on the stage. Like we didn't need that. That was unnecessary. A couple of side notes, of course, Simon, Paul, and Randy, the OGs, came back, as well as Brian Dunkelman, the one of the original hosts. He only co-hosted with Ryan Seacrest on the first season, for those of you who don't know. Nicki Minaj, surprisingly, gave a shout out to American Idol, but Mariah Carey did not. She's on tour, darlings. I didn't expect Mariah to even acknowledge Idol. Not only did she hate Nicki that season, she just hated the entire American Idol process and the production and everything like that. So I didn't expect her to give any love to Idol. So it didn't really surprise me. The WGWG performance of the David Bowie medley, honestly, and I watched it again because at first I was like, I think this is really boring. And then I gave it a chance and I watched it again and I was like, it's still really boring. Like, it was a cool idea to get all the WGWG winners, Lee DeWise, Philip Phillips, Nick Fradiani, David Cook, and I feel like it was somebody else in that group that I'm missing that I can't. Chris Allen, yeah. So, it was all right. Trent and LaPortia's duet of It Takes Two. I know that was special because Kelly and Justin did that in season 1 of the finale, but I think they could have picked a better song for them to duet on. Like, I loved when they sang See You Again a few weeks back. Like, if they didn't feel like getting a new song, then they could have just did